This is Upper Echelon. First, I'd like to send a shout out and thanks to all those that done sent me the super thanks and super stickers. I really appreciate that. People know what I'm going through with my health issues, and I'm out the hospital now. But I'm still going to keep giving y'all this heat, no matter whether I'm one leg in the deathbed or not. I'm going to keep giving y'all this heat till I'm done. But let's get into it. Errol is damn near invincible. Matter of fact, he might be invincible to the 147 division. We have a super middleweight who said Errol hits harder than a heavyweight. He said he's done sparred with so many people, but he hates sparring Errol the true Spence. It's coming from Cam, who is 17-1 as a super middleweight. His only loss was against So Cold Nelson. But he gives you his take on Errol Spence and how Errol Spence is indestructible, and then Bud is about to be in for a long night. But we already know that. If you follow the channel, we already know Bud's getting sunk. He's getting destroyed. He's going to retirement. We know this. This is a fair use video. It's for educational and entertainment purposes only.
You told me before that you pick who to win.
I pick Spence.
Because you sparred him and you know how good he is. And
I sparred with Spence. This is the first time I sparred with Spence was about 5 years ago, 2017, late 2017. And man, this was the first time I seen someone go 19 fucking rounds, man.
With no mistakes. He makes almost
no mistakes. He looked so fucking smooth.
Calm.
Then when we start sparring, look, I sparred 15 world champions, you know. But the only motherfucker I don't like to spar with is Spence.
Who are some of the world champions you sparred?
The best one I sparred was Miguel Cotto.
You sparred Cotto, and Spence is better than Cotto.
Man, Spence is. I told
Cotto's a legend. I'm not saying he's not, but I'm saying Errol is.
Cotto is one of my idols
smart.
growing
Who
up.
hit harder? They both
shit. Spence hit harder than fucking heavyweight.
Better defense.
You know what I mean? Man, he got good. The thing is about Spence, he's not even like really doing this. He's just boom blocking.
He doesn't waste movement.
You know what I mean? Like, man,
you're a big dude. You were way bigger than 47.
You
fight 68. Yeah.
He was fighting 47, and I was undefeated at the time.
He can't spar 47s.
Yeah, I was top 5. He doesn't spar 47s. The smallest guy was 54.
So break down this for me. So Crawford's very talented, obviously.
Right.
How do you see the fight unfolding?
Look, man, I'll tell you one thing. I don't like Crawford.
Why?
I just don't like his ass because I fought Steve Nelson. So they were all in New Jersey. I just don't like him as a person. I like him as a fighter.
He's loyal to his friend.
Shit, I don't have nothing against him. I just don't like him.
You want a rematch with Nelson?
Hell yeah. If I get a rematch today, I will get a rematch today.
You know who really wants to fight him? It's Louis Rose.
I know. Because Steven's ass had like 15 pounds almost and shit, man. But no, I take my hat off to Steven Nelson though. Look, even if he's watching that shit, he's a decent fighter.
Is Crawford better orthodox or southpaw or the same? It doesn't matter.
I think southpaw. I don't think orthodox is gonna do well for him. You know what I mean? Because he's not an orthodox fighter. So if he tries to go orthodox, Spence is gonna take him apart.
Okay, let me switch gears for a second. Tim Zusha Arlo, what happened?
I'm just gonna cut in for a minute. He said he's done sparred 15 world champions, but he hates sparring against Spence. He said he's done win against Cotto, and Spence is heads and tails above Miguel Cotto. And people always talk about Cotto and Spence, but Spence is heads and tails above Cotto. Yeah, Spence hits harder than the heavyweight. You heard what that man said. He's a 168 pounder, 17-1. Yeah, but look at this right here. Look at this body shot Jose Benavidez hits Crawford with twice. He about sent him across the ring, and you think that Errol ain't gonna be able to do that? Did you see that? Did you see that body work? Did you see the way Crawford took that body shot? And you telling me Errol can't finesse and bust this man's body up? Y'all gotta be kidding. Errol gonna do something real dangerous to that man's body. This is a fair use. This is fair use. Education, entertainment purposes only.
Version of Mike Tyson.
I always said that. I said that when he was 130, 135, 140.
Oh, right, yeah, you know, you seen it. He looks like Mike Tyson.
Okay,
man.
so if Crawford's watching this, what do you tell Terrence?
I tell him, fuck yourself, and you're gonna get knocked the fuck out, bro. Spence is a beast, man. Spence is gonna fuck your
Why
ass
so harsh,
up.
Chev?
Because I don't like them fools, man. They always just talk, man. You know
Okay,
what I mean?
he said he's gonna do a fish something out of Errol. He's gonna fry the fish, and Errol said he's gonna smoke the bud.
Man,
And Joshua posted yesterday, Spence is a big fish, and Bud is like Bud, like
he's like a butt crack. You know what I mean? Man, Spence is no little fish, bro. I can tell you that. I know Spence. I know Spence for fucking 6 years. And I can tell you one thing
big
about
fish.
Spence. He's a big fish. He is a big fish. He's a 47-pounder.
If he's watching, what do you tell him?
So Spence, do your thing, bro. You're gonna do it. I know. And I know that you're always training all year round and shit. But I believe that you're gonna knock his ass out, and I know you know that too.
All right, there you have it. Killing boxing everywhere. David, what do you tell Errol Spence?
Man, go do your thing out there, bro. Go show them what's up. Go show them they're not even close.
And what do you tell Crawford?
Best of luck to you. But the clock's ticking, brother.
Where do people follow you at?
Costa_David on Instagram.
All right, stay tuned. Ellie Setback reporting.
Shout out to my guy Ellie Setback reporting. The only problem I got, Ellie don't let people finish their conversation. Like, he asks a question, didn't finish the sentence for him and everything. Ellie, let the people talk, baby. Let us hear what they got to say. That's what we trying to do. We trying to hear it. But I can't fault Ellie because Ellie get all the interviews. Everybody lets Ellie in their camp. Because, I mean, he's just, I guess, a likable guy. Or he don't ask the tough questions, but Ellie gets the interviews for you. I can say that. Now, if you go down in the trenches and you ask any of the boxers that really get it in, that go through the struggle, they gonna tell you the legend of Errol Spence. But see, we got these actors, rappers, and these old timers that not really paying attention. They all choosing Crawford because they looking at Crawford's flash and sizzle. How he'll sit back and make a 3-punch combination, or he'll sit there and adjust, switch stances and all that stuff right there. See, that's flashy to a casual eye. See, they thinking that's something special when it's really not. Errol Spence does switch in a couple fights. It really doesn't matter. And if you switch your stance, that means that you're not working on the right stance. You feel me? That means something's happening. And usually when Crawford's in his orthodox stance, he's getting his ass whooped. And I'm just being honest. Kell Brook swore that man eye in 2 rounds. Had it about shut. Earl's more prolific jab will destroy that eye socket. Let him get that many shots on Terrence's orbital, and it's goodbye. Like Marlo say, Jeepers creeping, the eye doctor's coming. Shout out to Real Marlo. Yes, let me break it down like this. Errol Spence doesn't spar 147 pounders. Like I told y'all before, he's getting ready for Canelo. People don't realize it, but this has been 5 years in the making. Errol Spence versus Canelo, that's a 2 million pay-per-view fight. I don't care what you say, and they packing out Dallas Cowboy Stadium. So Errol has been preparing over the years to fight Canelo. Plus, Errol is not no small guy. He puts his body through rigorous stress and pain to get to 147. That's why he say he only got one fight left at 147. People think it's going to be a rematch with Crawford and Spence. It's not going to be a rematch. Spence is going to go in there and utterly destroy, obliterate, dismantle this guy right here. That's why Crawford got all that money up front right here. He went from he went from the B side to the A side. He won in the negotiations, but he's not going to win on fight night. Hey, he might look like Tim Bradley when Tim Bradley came out there in the wheelchair, because Crawford's about to get manhandled, man destroyed. And this 168-pounder who was 17-1, when he was fighting with Errol Spence, he was undefeated. He was an undefeated fighter, 14-0. And he's 168 pounds, and in training camp, he was around 180, 178, 180. And Errol was giving him the hardest shots that he's ever had. He said Errol hits harder than heavyweights. He compared him to Miguel Cotto, said Errol is heads and tails above Miguel Cotto. And this man has sparred 15 world champions. See, anybody that's ever sparred Errol Spence knows how special Errol Spence is. And you can spar Errol at the end of his sparring after he's done sparred 16 rounds. Because Errol, the man said he did 19 rounds straight in that Texas heat. Errol Spence is a monster. That's why he could throw 100 punches in a round, because Errol Spence is always building his endurance and his stamina. That's why it's going to be hard for anybody to beat Errol, because Errol has that battery pack that's charged up, and he has reserves, and he hasn't had to go to that reserves yet, because Errol is amazing. And like, can't nobody sit there for 12 rounds and take this tactical aggression that Errol puts out. Your body can't handle it. The body's not meant for that type of punishment. And Errol hits so hard, like I said in previous videos, he hits as hard as Deontay and Tank. He just delivers it differently because you see it coming. You can brace for the thud, like Houdini bracing for a cannonball shot. Errol is the cannon, and he's letting them shots fly. And Terrence Crawford's body, he may think he Houdini, but Houdini died from a ruptured kidney and a ruptured stomach. So Errol is going to go out there and rupture Terrence Crawford's dream. He's going to rupture Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford's not going to be able to stop the jab, and he's not going to be able to stop the inside shot. And people talk about Terrence Crawford's speed. You better look at Errol Spence' speed when he comes down in the boxing ring, because you can't get away from him. He like Jason on Friday the 13th. No matter how fast you run, Jason's always right there. And it's because Errol comes with that L shape that you can't get away from. He's always in front of you. You take one step forward, he take a step forward. You take a step back, he's a step back. But he keeps his foot on the outside and his foot on your neck. You can't get away. Mikey Garcia said it's so overwhelming mentally and physically. Danny Garcia went into a depression. That's what Errol Spence does into a fight. That's how Errol Spence gets down. And you ain't seen nobody get away from Errol Spence. And yes, he had 3 fights where he didn't have strength and conditioning, but before that, 11 straight knockouts. Painful knockouts, sparked them out knockouts. Like Leonard Bundu rested his neck outside the ring. Chris Algieri flying across the ring 3-4 times. Ocampo, broken ribs. Yes, Errol Spence does what he does, and he likes what he does. That's the difference. When you got a person that loves what he does, and Errol loves inflicting pain, and Bud's about to see that his pain threshold is about to reach 1 million because Errol is going to give it to him. That Bud is going to get smoked in the premium fire of Errol Spence. He's going to get so high. Yes, he's going to get spiritually uplifted because he's going to have a near-death experience where he can reach out and talk to the Most High, because Errol is going to beat him within an inch of his life if they don't stop this fight. Yes, Errol Spence is damn near invincible. We call him Juggernaut, call him Thanos, or call him Galacticus, or call him just the world beater, because there's nobody beating Errol Spence from 147 to 160 at least. Now 168, I think he can go and beat Canelo, but from 147 to 160, Errol is a monster because he gets better with weight. At 154, you'll see a little bit better Errol. And at 160, you'll see a great Errol. And he's already greatness personified, so people gonna be shocked when they see how great he gets after that. But hey, y'all hit the like, share, and subscribe. Super stickers and super thanks are very much appreciated, and I thank you all, whoever donates. Plus, y'all join me in July. We're gonna start the live chats, so our family, we can come together and we can have great boxing talk. I'm out.